I feel that there's some things in my past I have to explain. Elise had mentioned that I'm a psychiatrist. In fact, I'm a psychiatrist in remission. Doing very well, thank you. I haven't had a relapse in 25 years. I'm sometimes asked to compare what I do today as a political analyst in Washington with what I did 25 years ago as a psychiatrist in Boston. And I tell people, as you can imagine, that it's really not that different. But in both lines of work, I deal on a daily basis with people who suffer from paranoia and delusions of grandeur, with the exception that in Washington, they have access to nuclear weapons, which makes the work a little more interesting because it raises the stakes. Ladies and gentlemen, the stakes are very high in this election. That's why you've honored us by having us here to debate. And let me say that if the Democrat running for president were Harry Truman, I would be on the other side of this debate. But as the former vice presidential candidate for the Democratic Party in the year 2000 has said plaintively and with regret, the Democrats have abandoned the tradition of Roosevelt and Truman and Kennedy, who said in his inaugural address that America would pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe in order to ensure the success and survival of liberty. And that was Joe Lieberman saying that he is sort of the last Truman Democrat, ostracized as he is from his own party, chose to support John McCain as president because he sees him as the best guarantor of the security of the United States and by extension of the safety of the world. Now, the Democrats 2 years ago, 2006, at a time when the war in Iraq was at its lowest ebb, where America had essentially lost its way, the Democrats concluded that the war was lost. They said so. The majority leader in the Senate said so. The House Speaker said the war is lost. They ran in an off-year election, pledging to withdraw America unconditionally, regardless of conditions on the ground, and they won a smashing electoral success. Ever since then, their position has remained unshaken. That is the position of the party, the position of their leaders, and the position of the President of the United States if a Democrat is elected. The problem is that things have changed on the ground in the last 2 years. And the Democrats refuse to accept the empirical evidence of the astonishing changes on the ground in Iraq.